What if I told you that the person your family considers their biggest failure could end up saving everything they've built? That's exactly what happened to me, and trust me, the look on their faces when they realized who I really was? Absolutely priceless. Picture this, you're sitting in your office, staring at a text from your brother that feels like a punch to the gut. Don't even think about showing up to Dad's birthday party. You'll just embarrass everyone. Nice, right? This wasn't just any birthday party though. This was the event of the year in Austin, a massive celebration for my father's 60th, with every tech mogul, investor, and industry heavyweight in attendance. My name is Isabella, and for 7 years, my family thought I was the ultimate disappointment. The daughter who walked away from the family empire, who threw away her golden opportunity to work at our company. What they didn't know. While they were busy writing me off, I was quietly building something that would change everything. Let me take you back to where it all started. 7 years ago, I was the obedient daughter everyone expected me to be. Fresh out of college, ready to step into my predetermined role at the family business. But here's the thing, I had ideas. Big ideas about the future of energy, about electric vehicles, about technology that could revolutionize entire industries. When I brought my prototypes to the boardroom, you know what happened. My own brother called them cute sketches. My father wouldn't even look at them properly. They had their minds made up about what the future looked like, and it didn't include my vision. So I did something they never saw coming. I left. Walked away from the safety net, the guaranteed executive position, the whole carefully planned path they'd laid out for me. My stepmother called it walking away from my responsibilities. My family called it drama. But here's what they didn't know. I took my mother's maiden name and disappeared into the startup world. While they were at family dinners talking about my rebellious phase, I was in labs, working 18-hour days, building something extraordinary. Fast forward 7 years, and there I was, CEO of a company worth over $4 billion. Yeah, you heard that right. $4 billion. My quantum battery technology was so advanced that every major manufacturer was desperate to get their hands on it. The same technology my father's company now desperately needed just to survive. The irony? My father had been begging for months to meet with the mysterious CEO of the company that could save his business. He had no idea he was trying to impress his own daughter. So when that invitation to his 60th birthday arrived at my office, I knew it was time. Time to show up not as the disappointment they remembered, but as the woman I'd become. I'll never forget walking into that country club. The same marble floors, the same fake laughs, the same air of competition I'd walked away from years earlier. My brother's wife nearly dropped her clipboard when she saw me. "You can't just walk in here," she stammered. But I could. Because Summit Capital's CEO had personally requested my presence, and honey, when someone worth billions asks you to be somewhere, you make the guest list. The moment James Summit walked into that ballroom, everything changed. This man didn't need to announce himself, his presence alone commanded respect. Every conversation stopped. Every head turned. And then, he walked straight past my father and came directly to me. "There she is," he announced to the entire room. "Ms. Isabella Lin, or should I say, Ms. Reyes." The silence that followed. You could have heard a pin drop. My stepmother literally dropped her champagne glass. My brother looked like he'd seen a ghost. And my father, my poor father, went completely white. That's when Summit dropped the bomb that changed everything. "Your daughter," he told my father, "is one of the most brilliant innovators in the industry today." He paused, looking around at all those shocked faces. Though judging by everyone's reaction, I'm guessing nobody here realized that Isabella Lynn and Isabella Reyes are the same person. What happened next was beautiful chaos. My brother tried to deny it, insisting I hadn't done anything since leaving the company. That's when I stepped forward and delivered the line I'd been waiting 7 years to say, that nothing is now worth $4.2 billion. But wait, it gets better. Because I wasn't just there to reveal my success. I was there with an offer that would save their failing company. Summit Capital and my company were acquiring a controlling interest in the family business. The daughter they'd dismissed as a failure was now their only hope for survival. The look of realization on my father's face when he understood that I wasn't just successful, I was successful enough to save him, that's a moment I'll treasure forever. All those years of being told to focus on real business instead of playing engineer. All those times my ideas were brushed aside. All those family dinners I missed because I was too busy building an empire they couldn't even imagine. My brother stormed out. My stepmother's perfectly composed mask finally cracked. But my father. He signed the contract with shaking hands, officially making me the CEO of what was now our joint company. Later that night, after the party had wound down and the shock had settled, my father found me alone on the terrace. For the first time in years, we had a real conversation. He admitted he was wrong. He asked if I could ever forgive him. You know what I told him? That depends, Dad. Are you ready to learn from your daughter? And he nodded. Teach me, he said. Sometimes the greatest revenge isn't about proving others wrong, it's about proving yourself right. And sometimes, if you're really lucky, it comes with the chance to rebuild something broken, but this time on your own terms. The next morning, I walked through the doors of what was now our combined company. The old slogan, "Driving Tomorrow's Future," was being replaced with something more honest: innovation runs in the family. In my new office, my father's old office, I found a package waiting for me. Inside was my mother's old engineering textbook with a note in her handwriting, "For Isabella, who will change the world her own way." And I had. Not with permission, not with praise, but with vision, determination, and the quiet fire of a daughter who refused to be small. If you've ever felt dismissed by the people who should have supported you most, I want you to remember this: you don't need permission to become who you're meant to be. You only need your vision, your conviction, and the courage to take it one step at a time. Don't wait for recognition. Build anyway. Grow anyway. The applause might come years later, or it might never come at all. But the legacy you create, that's yours forever. To anyone who's still doubting themselves, keep going. You're not too late, you're not too much, and you're absolutely not invisible. You're just getting started. What did you think of this story? Have you ever been underestimated by people who should have believed in you? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if this resonated with you, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories about turning your biggest setbacks into your greatest comebacks. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.